It's true. There's no place literally like home. That ain't no lie. That's a true saying. No place like home. It's a partner of mine that I used to go to school with. I'm gonna see if he here. I might be at the right door. He might be gone, but I'm just gonna decide to stop by and holler at him. I'm friends with him on Facebook. I used to be well, we went to school together. They call him Lawton. I call him like Lawton Lee. Yeah, probably gone. I'm not gonna wait around. But anyway, this is what I want to talk about. Yeah, apartment 5B. Yeah, but anyway, I would dare say, and that ain't no lie. I noticed that today. I was telling one of my family members that before I left earlier today. I said this and I said these words here. First, I'm gonna start off like this here. Have you ever been in a situation to where you know you love people? You love people. Now, don't think I'm coming on here and I'm gonna take and put my people under the bus. If you so-called white folks think I'm gonna come on here and put my people under the bus, you better think again because it ain't gonna happen. Because, like I said, before I get off into it, I blame the so-called white man. We can 1,000,000,000% blame that on the so-called the white man, what we call the so-called white race. Their biblical name is Esau in the Bible. Of course, we can blame them for all the shit that goes on, the higher prices, not enough being able to afford, living in poverty in the neighborhood where you see nobody but people that look like you, so-called black people. You black, and then I'm just saying just for the sake of context. I know I'm not black, but we just using it for the sake of context. You look around and you realize you live in the same neighborhood and you see people and everybody look like you and you don't see the other nations of people moving in the same hood you in, struggling and in poverty. No. Yes. So don't think I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna blame my people. So that make sure I get that out the way first before I go any further. But I'm gonna say it like this here. All right, let's get back to my original point. I told one of my family members this. We was just in a conversation. We was just chopping it up, talking. And it just hit me. It all of a sudden hit me. Have you ever been in a situation where you know you cared for your people or you cared, you just had love, mad love for your people? Even if you had $1 and you was poor and you just done everything, you was so willing you was faithful and so willing with that one penny. But our people have been conditioned into the ways of Esau because they had us in poverty for so long. It trained us and it put damaged us in our mind, in a way it damaged us in a way where it caused us it beat our nationality out of us where we was once caring for each other. Now we're very selfish toward each other. You see what I'm saying? But this is another thing I want to say. Like I said, I'm not don't think Esau I'm gonna get on here and bang on my people. Hell no. So make you know what I mean? So I just want to make sure I get that out of the way. But anyway, I told my family member this. I said, it ain't nobody, no one is going to care for you like you would you. They not gonna care for you like you would you. No, no one. Especially when we have the mindset of Esau, the white man, our enemies. We're not going to We just not gonna. It's just not gonna happen. The Most High would have to come in and do and really because of Esau, the so-called white man. Look at us now. Before our people went into slavery, before our ancestors went into slavery, we loved each other at one time. We cared. We didn't. We cared about our neighbors like we used to. You see what I'm saying? We cared a whole lot. We cared about whether you had a place to stay. We cared whether you had food on your table. We looked out for you like we would look out for ourselves. The same way that we looked out for each other. Excuse me, yourself. Like you know how you want stuff. Like we all have a desire. We want stuff. That's how we felt. The same way we felt about we feel about ourselves. That's the same way that we used to be back then toward each other, the neighbors and stuff. We went out of our way is to make sure we didn't put no kind of labor on it. We didn't put no kind of nothing on it. We purely, with all our spirit, wanted to make sure that you had. But because we living in the so-called white man enemy's world, we treat the enemy better than we treat each other. We treat the enemy with more love and more caring and more beta. I'm just saying something, and more genuine toward the so-called white people or so-called white man, white woman, and child more than we do our own selves. Where we see each other, we live in the same hood. We won't even like, hey, what's up, brother? We won't even look. We'll look at each other, but we look like we ready to snap each other's head off. And then if we do communicate, we are fast talking, and we want to. When you find, because we've been conditioned to be cunning, because the so-called white man is a cunning hunter, a man of the field. That's what Genesis 25:25 says. You know, when they came out the womb. And it was also prophesied in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43. He said, the stranger, no, wait a minute. Before I get there. Genesis 25 and I believe it's 26. It says that the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Meaning that the Esau came out the womb first. And then Jacob was the youngest. He came out behind and he took hold on Esau's heel, meaning that that was a symbol that the other nations, which are the strangers, which are the Gentiles, was going to come up and be above us when it comes financially, wealth, riches and wealth. And Jacob being at the bottom took hold on Esau's heel, symbolizing that we was going to have to go to the enemy for everything that we wanted. We got to look up there to them. We got to go to them for everything. So when you look at Deuteronomy chapter 28, comparing it to Deuteronomy 28 and verses 43, it says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. When you look at us, are we living in a lower state in our neighborhood? Are we living in poverty? We're not rich. When you go in the store and you try, like this modern day technology, it's very high, right? 1,700, 800, 900, damn near 1,000. That's a computer now. It's just as much is a price of a it's more than a rent now, and rent is high. 1,000 and what? $599. Now think about it. A computer, that's a damn car note. A car note. Back in the day, you could almost put down and pay on pay 2 or 3 car notes. Do you know how many phone bills you can pay with $1,590? You can pay 9 or 10 people's phone bills damn year. You can pay for somebody. You can pay for your rent damn near twice. Hold on, let me turn this. Yeah, they turned the music off. That music was very loud. And YouTube, they turn it back on. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's how, literally that's what it is. We can't afford that. We're living on a low income, low monthly government income, right? That's poverty. When you think of low monthly income, government food stamps, all that type of food, whatever you want to call it, that's a low. That's poverty. When you think of stuff like that, food stamp, that's poverty. Don't give me that bullshit. Shit. Well, you got more so-called white people on food stamps. Trying to. It's like stop taking it for your enemy. Yeah, stop taking it for your enemy. Yeah, stop taking it for your enemy because it ain't gonna work. But anyway, there's nobody that's gonna take care of you like you would you. It's just not gonna happen. You hear all kinds of things, right? You hear people say they'll say things like, there is no love like a parent's love, right? A mother's love. We've been hearing that for years. Okay, maybe on average, maybe so, whatever. But in some cases, a lot of cases, because we've been conditioned by the so-called Esau, the white man, that's not always necessarily the truth. You can't everything. Look. Let me tell you something. Most of the stuff we think we know, we don't know. It's all a lie. It's been a lie. Most of what we think we know is all a lie. So never let ourselves be fooled by saying, because you got you got a lot of caring so-called black fathers out here than anything. Is they got music over here? Is it if it's music, I'm gonna have to put this thing on mute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on mute if it's music. Because normally that house right there, the one that I'm showing, where they cutting the grass at right there, that house there, they normally have music on up in there. Oh wait a minute, I might have to hold on. Y'all, they got loud music over there, and I'm trying to get lit. I'm gonna have to turn this off because I want to make sure that I'm at the present of that music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Hopefully nobody heard music because that's what I've been doing. I've been avoiding music. Now, if YouTube wasn't, I don't know if they wasn't really, if it wasn't a big issue, I wouldn't give a damn. But think about it though, man. It ain't nobody gonna. And I more so realized that this morning before I left the house. Before I left the house, I came to a conclusion to realize that, you know what? It hit me. It ain't nobody gonna do you like you would do you. Mm-mm. Like some people say, man, you walk fast and it don't take you long to go nowhere and back. I noticed that some of my family, they was laughing, like I had them laughing because they said, man, it don't take you long at all. I told them like this. I say, if you take care of the Most High, I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you take care of the Most High, He gonna take care of you. That's how it works. That's just how it works. Look, let me ask you this: don't they charge us for everything don't they make you pay an expensive price for something that you really love? Okay, then it's the same thing it is in taking care of your health. If you eat the right foods and put the right stuff in you, take care of your body right, guess what the Most High gonna do? He gonna preserve you. He gonna strengthen your body. He gonna take care of us. But if we putting all kinds of toxic shit in that food or whatever that shouldn't be in there, like people treat their automobile better than they treat their own body. They isn't that weird? They'll say, "Well, I'm gonna eat whatever I want to eat. I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna eat that." But if you put your dirty hands on their car, they'll be ready to fight you in a minute. Man, I paid a fortune for that. You put your yeah. But if of course we gonna say, don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with taking care of what you get and da da da. It's nothing wrong with taking care of a car and all that kind. And I'm trying to make a point with the video. There's no place like home. You know, nobody is gonna treat you like you would treat you. But the same way that we want something, or we want somebody to, if I want somebody to do something for me and just like I want, then I'm supposed to do the same, do likewise. I don't want to be the opposite of everything I say. I don't want to be the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when it really can be put in action, it's uh, actions is more than 1,000 words. So I realize that. But there is nobody that's gonna treat you like you would treat you. Nobody. Mm-mm. For the most part. So um, I don't have nothing else to say now. I guess I'll just end it and I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit later. Whatever I can think of, I'll add it into another video. All right, I'm out. See y'all later.